Hey there, welcome to my presentation today on upleveling your social media marketing. My name is Allison Antone, and I have a group on Facebook that I'd love to invite you to where I share tips and tricks for marketing for all kinds of entrepreneurs, whether you're a real estate agent, a coach, a course creator, or you have an online store or a brick and mortar store. You're going to learn a lot today. And I hope you have the workbook that goes with this training. If you don't, please contact me within my group. It's called DIY Marketing Online Growth and Optimization for Entrepreneurs. And we talk about funnels, lead magnets, Facebook groups, Instagram, your branding, all the things we're going to be talking about today. And I try to make it really fun. I interview experts in all different fields of marketing, and we give you tips and tricks for things you can do on your own. And then if you're ready to hire somebody, I give you lots of options, whether you want to start a YouTube channel or you want to learn Facebook ads, whatever it is. I try to find experts that can help you. And I try to give you as many tips as I can as well. So if you want to grow your online audience, you want to connect with influencers and other people to do collaborations, or maybe you want new high quality converting clients to easily find you. I mean, who doesn't? You're definitely in the right place. I'm going to try to make this a lot of fun, and I hope you'll use the comments section below if you're watching this in Facebook. I would really love it if you could let me know you're here, say hi, let me know what kind of business you have. And throughout this training, if you have any questions at all, I would love to see your questions in the commenting section. And I plan to do a Q&A where I will answer all of the questions that you guys leave for me. If they're longer questions, if it's something quick, I can reply right there in the comments. So make sure you have the workbook. Let me know if you don't have it. It's in the guides section, which used to be called units. So go to my group and you'll see it there. And if you can't find it, just send me a message. So you're going to want to stay to the end of my training today. I have a special offer for everybody who participates today and watches all the way to the end. So you will want to stay for that. And I'll be telling you a little bit about how you can work with me privately. So if you're ready to optimize your social media, let's get started. So again, let me know what industry you're in, how many years you've had your business, and just some fun little tidbit of trivia about you, so I can get to know you. And I'd love to know where in your business you struggle when it comes to marketing and, where you're ready to grow. So, marketing, as we know, I hope everybody today understands that marketing is not about perfectionism, and we don't need to compare our business to others. It's interesting to see what our competitors are doing, but marketing isn't about just copying somebody else and being on the same platforms as your competitors, or trying to copy their message and speaking to everyone. You do not need a message that appeals to everyone. You only need a message that appeals to your perfectly aligned clients and customers. And we're getting out of this paradigm of used cars salesman vibe, of high pressure sales. That is definitely not what we're going for here. But what we are trying to do is create connections and relationships. We want to be reliable and familiar to our audience. We're just constantly improving the like, know, and trust factor with everybody out there that is already kind of interested in our vibe. And, we just want to keep that momentum going with our marketing so that we become more and more familiar. And that is part of branding, which we're going to be talking about. We do want to provide service, value, and a solution with our messaging. We want to be our authentic selves, and we really want to put emotion and energy into our marketing. And that is the secret missing ingredient that so many business owners have been struggling to find. And they just haven't put that element of emotion, making your clients and customers, your audience, feel something when they see you online, because that is how they're going to connect with you and want to work with you. So let's let go of the one size fits all strategies. Again, we're not copying anybody. With this training today, I hope that you will be encouraged to come up with your own strategy, your own vibe that suits you and your skills, your gifts, what you're here to do. And you don't need to just watch a YouTube video or even this video and just try to copy the tips and think that that's going to stick. Okay, this is the idea of my presentation today is about you being a completely unique person that your audience and your potential customers are looking for right now, and using social media as a platform to announce that to the world so that your perfectly aligned clients can find you. Again, we don't need everybody to like us. We are not doing our marketing to please everyone. And if you're an introvert, you might think you have nothing important to say or you can't go live. And I'm here to dispel that myth. Maybe not in a 1 hour presentation, but should you choose to work with me, that's one of the things that I will work with you on, is getting out of your shell, out of your comfort zone, and going live on social media. So the right time to start is right now. So no more waiting for that perfect moment. This is the perfect moment to get started. And the most important thing is that you want to be very intentional about your marketing, and you're not going to just try one thing once and think that, oh, it didn't work, so I'm never going to try that again. We're going to develop a system together that works for you and your audience. We're going to be very intentional about it. So, my method of marketing is not just taking a strategy and trying it out and ignoring the other aspects that you need to succeed, which are mindset and perfectly aligned action. The sooner you start taking aligned action, the sooner you can take advantage of the opportunities inherent in the online migration. If you don't start working on your social media marketing now, depending on your business and the competition in your area, if you don't start now, you're going to wish you had a year from now. So, if you picture yourself 1 year from now, where do you want to be? Wherever that is in your business, it will happen with your aligned action and proper mindset, along with the strategies. So, part one of this training is about your Facebook bio and this is in your workbook. So, I only have an hour today. I have so much to cover. So, I really invite you to use your workbook. And this is just a copy of one of the pages in the workbook. And what you can do is go through and make sure that you have a good profile photo. You're creating curiosity with your bio. It's really, really important real estate there on your Facebook page that it's obviously there's no way that you can describe everything you do and all of your skills and all of your expertise. But what you should do there is create some kind of curiosity and let people know where they can find you. So if you have a Facebook group or an event coming up, maybe you have a free download, you want to have that link right there, because when you're communicating with new friends on Facebook or you're leaving a comment in a group and someone's going to be checking you out, and the first thing they're going to see is that little description under your profile picture, and you want it to be very intentional what you put there. So if it's a positive message, that's great. but you want to have some link or something there so that people have some idea of what to do next to connect with you, even if it's just your website. And then your Facebook business page, you want to have a really nice profile, or a nice headshot and a beautiful cover photo. And if you are not skilled at design and you want to hire somebody, you can go to fiverr.com. I'm going to have links to some really great resources at the very back of your workbook, the very last few pages. Fiverr.com is one of the resources that I recommend if you do not like to design things, but you want to have something professional there. You can get a design made for your Facebook cover for your business page for $10. Beautiful, beautiful one. So some people love to design their own and put their own personality into it, and some people just do not like to do that. So that's totally up to you. Just make sure that it says something about your business. It has a call to action. It has a beautiful photo. It's enticing. It makes a statement. It's unique. You didn't just copy somebody else's cover photo. And in my group, I show examples of some really great Facebook business pages that are very well optimized. So that's an entire class. And like I said, I just don't have time today to go into all the details, but come visit me in my group and I can answer your questions for you. So your Instagram bio first of all, your Instagram should be a business account. So if you haven't switched it from personal to business, that is something you should do sooner than later. It just gives you more options for people to find you, and you can run ads from a business account. There are a lot of benefits of having a business account, and make sure that your pic is not of your cat, or it could be a logo, but it's not recommended. If you're a real estate agent or you're a coach, definitely you do not want to have a logo for your profile photo. It should be a friendly headshot and just you, not with your friends. So make sure that in the description, you are targeting the audience that you want to work with, and you're making them understand what exactly it is that you can do for them, the problem you're solving for them, what makes you valuable compared to your competition. And of course, you can make the description visually appealing with emojis if you want to. Don't overdo it, of course, but sometimes just a couple of emojis breaks up all the text, and it just makes it a lot more visually appealing when people find you. And then most importantly on here is number 5. What do you want people to do next? Put a link tree, put a link, do whatever you want, but make sure it's the place that you want people to find you or learn more about you. It's really important. Don't leave that out. So part 2, today we're going to be talking about your brand. So your brand is all about what you stand for, what your big vision is, the vibe of your business, how you want people to feel when they're working with you, and the overall client experience. This is your brand. So if you go to your workbook, you're going to see a lot of prompts to get you started thinking about this if you haven't already. And you really want people to recognize, more than anything, your energy. Your energy is what is going to magnetize people to you and make them want to work with you. And don't forget that you attract who and what you are. So be authentic, be yourself. Don't be somebody else, be you. You are somebody's next step. So how are you leading with that energy? Be intentional with your messaging and your imagery so that they are in alignment with that. So sometimes it's really hard to see that on your own, and that's why having a business coach or a marketing consultant is very helpful. And that's something that I can help you with if you feel called to work with me. And then the branding is a little bit different than the brand, because the branding is the imagery, the colors. Again, what is the vibe? But how are the colors and images representing the vibe and the way you want people to feel when they look at your social media? How can you make it cohesive with filters, similar imagery, using the same 3 fonts throughout all of your marketing, keeping the colors similar in a visual theme? It's really, really important. The cohesion is the very important piece that a lot of DIY marketing, entrepreneurs that want to do their own marketing, they forget the cohesion aspect. And it gets overwhelming too when you're building your brand and you are trying to find the imagery. There's so much out there that you're going to gravitate toward. It's editing is really an important piece, keeping it focused. So you can get inspired on Instagram, Pinterest, or this link here. It's color.adobe.com/explore. It's a really fun site to go on and kind of play around with different colors and images. And, if this is not for you, you can just hire a branding pro and let them handle it for you. So in my group, I go deeper into these 3 business women. You can pause the video right now and write these down for later, but go to my group. If you can't find the little tutorial I did on analyzing these 3 business women's Instagram pages, let me know and I will send you the link. So before you get too invested in your branding, the most important thing, you really want to establish your core values and really understand what it is that your ideal client needs from you and what sets you apart from your competition. So this is a fun little visualization. In my 3-day, I did in January 2021, I did a challenge and I had more time so I could lead everybody through this visualization. But you can pause the video right now if you want to. And if you have a journal, it's just kind of fun to close your eyes and imagine that your business and your brand was a store. And what would that store look like? What would it smell like? What would it feel like to be in there? How would customers be treated? What would they find in there? What would the vibe be? What would they be feeling as they were walking through your store and picking something up and tasting something? Maybe there's a woman offering a flute of champagne in this store. So just play with these ideas and it'll give you some guidance when you're thinking about your brand and how you want your branding to reflect that experience. Next, we're talking about content creation. So, what does your audience need from you in order to buy? So, it's really important to understand all the needs of your audience and how does your content give them a taste of what it would be like to work with you. What is the value you're giving? It's really important and it's hard to do, but in social media marketing, we can't get too hung up on vanity metrics, meaning engagement. Okay, you post something about your business and nobody comments, nobody shares, nobody likes. It's okay. Keep going, because the more consistency, the more momentum, the more you can keep going and keep sharing who you are and what you offer. There are going to be people out there who do not like and comment on every post they see. But the important thing is that they're seeing you and they're getting this idea that, wow, this person understands me. This person can solve a problem for me. This person would be really fun to work with. There's something about this real estate agent that I really like, and I don't know what it is. It's going to keep them interested. And the more videos you do, the more photos, content, all different types of content that you share, you're going to stay in front of these people and they will finally comment or share or like, but it doesn't matter right now. the important thing is just to keep going. So if you Google 365 days of content ideas, you will get so many ideas. A lot of entrepreneurs, they don't know what to write about. They don't know what to talk about. They don't know what to post. But there's so many free resources for ideas. So I encourage you, if you haven't yet, just Google content for real estate agents. And I promise you, you're going to have so many ideas, and just pick the ones that appeal to you. And there are other things you can do too, like interviewing somebody in your field. That's what I do in my group. I interview other marketing experts, and it's really fun. And it's perfect way to create new content, because really my person that I'm interviewing is the one providing the content. So that's just one example. You can give a training in something. You can share a success story with one of your other clients. How I stopped XYZ by doing ABC. Share a personal experience. I mean, I promise you, there are more content ideas out there than you can even imagine once you start looking. It's actually a little bit overwhelming how many results you'll get. Just make sure that there's some kind of connection, that this content that you're creating relates to you, your ideal customer, and what you can provide to them. And also, don't forget, most of your posts should have a call to action. They don't always have to, but they should. Why not? Tell the person the next step, because believe it or not, a lot of people will not know what that next step is unless you say it very, very clearly. So, with your marketing, you're telling a story. People are getting to know you. You're using photos, videos, and posts to tell them who you are, and getting them to care about who you are, what you can do for them, and what you know. And you don't have to design everything from scratch. There are templates, especially for real estate agents. There are so many great, beautiful social media templates. All you have to do is drop your photo, change the name, and maybe one other thing in there, like the address of your listing or whatever it is. And you don't have to feel overwhelmed about being artistic or being able to design things. So Etsy is just one option where you can find templates for Canva. You can have things designed, as I said earlier, on Fiverr.com, or you can hire somebody. And most importantly, you can repurpose your content across your different platforms. So if you don't know what I mean by that, you can go to YouTube and just type in content repurposing ideas. There are so many. So this is in your workbook, and these are types of content. Tell your story. How did you get to where you are today in your business? Make sure you stay relatable. Grab their attention with something really crazy. Show behind the scenes of what it's like to be a fly on the wall in your life. People love that. And if you share a quote, just make sure that it reflects your values or what you're offering. And don't always copy other people's quotes. Try to mix them up with your own. That's another way people are going to get to know you. So, another type of content is examples of what you do for your buyers and clients. So, testimonial is a really, really great way to show that you are the expert in your field and that people are very happy with the results they got working with you. So again, testimonials, a video testimonial is the best kind. And again, these are all in your workbook. So you will never run out of content ideas. And if you do, just send me a message and I'll try to brainstorm with you. Part 4 of the training is about video. So let me know if there's a comment box for this video. Do you go live on social media? And if not, why not? Lives are the best way to provide tons of value to your audience. And what you can do is just brainstorm some topics ahead of time, see which one feels the most fun to you, and be really intentional when you finally do go live. So, why are you doing it? Who is this for? What is the desired outcome of your video? If you're very clear with that, you won't feel like you're just babbling and losing your train of thought. And it's very easy to wonder if what you're sharing is actually hitting the person, um, teaching them something or giving them something they didn't have before. If you get so much in your head about your word choice or how you look, I mean, this all comes with practice. Those things will not be that important to you. You're just going to be more and more natural the more you do it. But if you can connect to your why and who you're speaking to and just really stay focused on that, it'll be a cinch. A lot of people are just so afraid of going live, but once they do it and once they do it a few times, they just get more and more comfortable with it. And it's actually really fun. So make sure you have a call to action and follow up with people who leave the comments, and just keep going. These are some tips for camera presence that I have for you in your workbook. And there are so many great tutorials and YouTube videos. I mean, you can really learn anything you want on YouTube, and that's how I started learning about marketing. The final piece, though, that you cannot get from YouTube videos is having somebody help you one on one, and somebody that can really see your blind spots, help you clear your subconscious beliefs that keep you from going live or keep you small. You know, a lot of people are really afraid to go live because their friends and family are watching, and they're too afraid of what those people are going to think. Well, that's partly why I offer my services. I help you get over those kinds of fears and challenges, and they're real. I mean, that is a normal fear to have, is how am I going to be perceived? So, working with me, if you choose to, I will help you move through some of those setbacks and limiting subconscious beliefs. So, the last part of this presentation is about Facebook groups. So, let me know if you have a group and what it's about. And if you don't have a group, let me know why you don't, because not every business needs to have a Facebook group. But stick around and listen to this part of the training anyway. You might change your mind and you might want to give it a try. So, groups are really great for making new connections, nurturing existing relationships, and building Trust, excuse me. You get to share your experience and give value. It shows your status when you do this, and you can actually sell in a group, which you can't do on a personal page as per Facebook rules. There are people who have been shut down because they were doing too much selling on their personal page. And Facebook is a search engine, so you can get new traffic by having your group, because if somebody's searching for something and you've strategically named your group, people will find you who never knew about you before. So, another thing about groups is you can do market research on the members, asking them questions and seeing what they need. And it'll give you new ideas for new content, new videos, trainings. Just make sure that your content relates to your ideal customer and always have a call to action. This is in your workbook. You can make sure you're doing all these things in your group. There are so many little ways that you can optimize your group, and having the right membership questions is very helpful. You can ask for an email if you're growing your list. You don't have to. I don't ask for an email in mine. I don't like giving my email. So if somebody wants to give me their email address to stay in touch with me or learn about new programs or anything that I'm offering, I will certainly be glad to put them on my list, but it's not requirement for my being in my group. And so just make sure that your cover photo is clearly describing what the group is about and who it's for. You can change the URL so that it's really easy to remember. I highly recommend you do that. If you don't know how to do that, let me know. I can give you step by step how to change that. Make sure that your welcome message is friendly and informative and tells people what to do next once they enter your group and what they can expect to learn or experience in your group. So, to grow your group, you don't want to bug your friends. A lot of times, don't take it personally, but sometimes your friends are not going to want to join your group, and that's okay. We don't want to feel like they have to join it. Don't ask them over and over again to join your group. They will if they want to. One thing you can do when you create your group is to have a celebratory event and invite people to that and make it really fun. You could have a training, a giveaway, just make it a party, do a fun Facebook Live. It could be anything pertaining to your group and letting people know exactly what your purpose is for your group. It's really important, even just for yourself, to have a clear intention with your group. Otherwise, a lot of times what happens is you think, oh, I want to start a group for my business to promote my business. But if you're not doing trainings or you're not doing Q&As or master classes or doing something in there regularly, you're going to lose momentum. And a lot of people will do a weekly training at the same time each week. And that way their group members know that they can expect to learn something new. For instance, on every Monday morning, you teach something different about the real estate market. Or if you're a coach, let's say you're a relationship coach, maybe you give a training about masculine and feminine energy and mix it up, teach something every Monday about men and how to communicate with them one week. And just keep it going, and people will remember that they need to show up every Monday live in your group for your training. And that's how you build momentum, and that's how you build engagement. So, to going back to growing your group. So the way I grew my marketing group is I joined different entrepreneurial groups and shared value and told people what they can do, how they can find me, how they can work, not selling them on working with me, but giving them a little tip or something valuable that will encourage them to keep in touch with me. And maybe in the future, they will become a client. But first, just joining my group is the first step to understanding who I am and seeing if they resonate with my energy. That's why I love groups so much, because just from your personal page, your audience is not going to know enough about you and your business. And, you post different things on your personal page than you would in your group because your audience is different. So remember to post valuable content regularly: videos, questions, inspiring posts and articles, follow threads. There's so many things you can do in your group, and that could be an entire training. So this is the end of my training. I'm so happy that you made it. We're almost done. And I put this list of goals. I would love to know which of these stand out the most to you. Brand clarity, cohesiveness with your branding, going live, creating and building your group, content, collaborations. Maybe you want to teach a masterclass. Maybe you're interested in creating a lead magnet for your business. You have no idea what that could be, but maybe that's the next step you want to take. And maybe doing a slide presentation like this is your next step. So let me know which of these things appeals to you the most. Doing these things on your own can take a long time, and you can be watching YouTube videos for the rest of your life. Like I said before, There's nothing like actually having somebody guiding you, keeping you accountable, and giving you ideas to uplevel your marketing and your branding. So, this is why I offer private support. If this is something that sounds fun to you, send me a message. And I also offer Voxer support. And you can buy a package of 6 weekly 60-minute sessions with me, or 6 weekly 30-minute sessions. If you think that you can ask me everything you need to get clarity on in 30 minutes, you can do that as well. And these prices will be good through the end of May 2021. So if you're watching this video after the end of May 2021, just send me a message and I'll tell you what my new prices are. So this is the offer that I mentioned in the beginning. For everybody who watched all the way through, you get a free private 30-minute call with me, and we can go over anything in this training, or maybe some other idea that you have, or somewhere that you're stuck. And what makes me different than other coaches, other branding specialists, marketing specialists, is that my forte is getting into the mindset issues that you might be having that are keeping you from taking this next big quantum leap in your business. So that is what I can offer you. And obviously 30 minutes is not a lot of time, but it'll allow me to get to know you and where you want to expand and grow in your business. And we can see if we'd be a fit to working together in one of the containers that I mentioned earlier, either the 6 60-minute sessions or the 6 30-minute sessions. And if you only think you need one intensive, one 60 or 90-minute intensive, you don't want to buy 6, that's fine. Send me a message and I'll let you know what the pricing is for that at this time. So I really enjoyed creating this. I hope you'll see that the workbook has a lot more than we've gone over today in this training, because I wanted to keep it pretty short. So if there's anything in the workbook that you don't understand, or you just want to run something by me, please send me a message. I love getting messages from you guys, and I really, really want to help your business grow and help you succeed and expand as an entrepreneur. That's really my my passion and my joy in life, is to help support people to really get their business to that next level. And a lot of times I can see something that you just don't see yet, and help you work through the limiting beliefs and give you new ideas that are going to take your business to the next level. So thank you so much. Please keep in touch, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.